Hi everyone, welcome back to the class. Today I'd like to talk about brand communication. Particularly, I like to use two concepts to describe this brand communication. One is integrated marketing communication and retailing. Integrated marketing communication, it has been a concept that was maybe more than 20 years ago. Popular in marketing. But still nowadays, it expanded to include all the communication media that is related to brand communication, including retail environment. Retail environment itself, which is marketing channels. Retail environment itself is a physical place or a virtual place to communicate brand ideology. And of course, there are some other media like mobile, advertising, the TV, magazine, radio, these conventional media still effective nowadays in communicating message. And your sales promotions, your sales personnel, the employee themselves, also become a media to contact with consumers. And sponsorship, PR, and some event sponsorship is now becoming more and more creative and more effective because it provides participation for consumers. So today I'd like to talk about marketing channels, which is the retail environment first, and then we move on to look at the overall integrated marketing communication concept. So, marketing channels are defined as sets of interdependent organizations involved in the process of making a product or service available for use or consumption. So it actually refers to the intermediaries, whatever institutions or individuals. And I'd like you to think about the marketing channels not only in tangible product distribution, but also in intangible ideology distributions. Because cultural, as a source of innovation, most of the time you will think about those ideology as intangible content. And it also needs some channels to distribute it. It refers to virtual versus physical channels, or we call it brick and mortar channels. Virtual channels, we all know, is the platform, digital platform. And nowadays, there are a variety of digital platforms distributing all kinds of digital content. On the other hand, physical channels still a very effective way to distribute products or even cultural ideologies. Think about museums. Museums has been the physical outlet to distribute idea, to distribute heritage. Ideas, heritage, these are intangible, and particularly they actually belong to the transformation type of economic value offer. Second type, we can also look at the marketing channel from the owner, management control perspective, and we can classify it into direct versus indirect channels. If a brand directly owns the channels, direct franchise on the particular distribution outlet, then it is considered direct channel. On the other hand, if a brand needs to send a product through a third party, which is outside of the companies, then this type of channel is called indirect channels. Many of the global brands rely on third party wholesaler in another country to distribute their product because they cannot reach that many different countries, consumers. So relying on a third-party distributor is still economically very effective. And of course, finally, there are the hybridization of all these different types of channels. And a firm can establish both virtual channel and the physical channels. They can own both. For example, Uniqlo, the fashion industry, they start with physical store, but now they also offer online purchase for those rare size or particular product, or if you don't have the Uniqlo store, is not easy accessible to a particular region, consumers still can shop online. So this is the hybrid channel. Hybrid channel has some advantage. It has market cloud with suppliers because you offer large quantity and you have more bargaining power to make the deal with the suppliers. And also it enables the cross-selling between website and the stores. So it enhances the brand equity even more. So let's take a look at this concept one by one. First, virtual channel. This is, I think, in the recent year, this digital platform has become a booming business, and it is also a promising business. It has the trend to replacing some of the physical traditional outlet. And Amazon.com is one famous example, and everybody know Amazon.com was established in the 1996, 1999, around that time. And when it started, nobody was considering it is possible because who will buy a fashion attire from online? And but Amazon did it, and it started with books, which is a content-based product. It started selling books and gradually expanded it to include all possible product categories on Earth. So it is Amazon. You can find anything on Earth from Amazon.com. That's what they claim. So the virtual online channel tended to have a large assortment of product available for consumers to choose. And it will need to be backed by effective, efficient logistic network. And also behind the logistic network is the database, consumers' information, purchasing information, financing information, the payment information, payment system. These are all needs to connected to back up a sustainable digital channel. And also convenient self-shopping checkout process. You need to make the consumer user interface very convenient for consumers to compare prices. And we can see many of the traveling industry offer ticket price comparison, hotel reservation, and help you to find the lowest price hotel. And so those are the user interface design that make the user easy to find the information. And it basically is very self-helped perspective. But another important thing for the virtual channel to work well is the privacy and the safety, because consumers need to use their credit card and they send their personal information related to that particular transaction. So the website needs to protect consumers' privacy so that develop the trust for the consumers. Second, the physical channel strategy. Physical channel encounter this strong threat from the virtual channels. Physical channels at one time was kind of didn't know what to move. For example, there are many large bookstore chains close their door, shut down in the face of Amazon competition. And we all feel that is lost because the traditional type of bookstore selling hard copies seems to disappear. But still, physical channels actually is the location where can offer consumer directly interaction. And it actually offers something online cannot offer, which is the real feel, the real touch, the five senses of all the people's feelings is actually can only offer through physical channels. So it actually has this advantage. So physical channels recognize this and make use of these five senses as its unique selling proposition to compete with the virtual store. For example, Amazon.com. Amazon.com is started from virtual channels, but nowadays they also move into the physical channel strategy. They established their Amazon Go, a retail environment. But this time when Amazon Go real, they rely on technology, of course. Just like Amazon.com, it relies on technology. Now when you go real, it has the cloud to rely on this digital database, connect with the physical environment. So the Amazon Go, it starts with your mobile cell phone. Each individual use your cell phone to check in, and all the shopping will be backed up by technology. Let's take a look at this example. Amazon Go is an example of physical channel. It provides relevant product, services, information right there for the consumer to check, to try on. And it also provides entertainment, education experience to inspire customers. And of course, in Amazon.com, mostly it's coming from the data, digital data, connect with your shopping experience. And many other stores, physical stores, they didn't have the digital database as big as Amazon. They still can find their unique sales proposition from providing unique entertainment or unique educational value, which is coming from cultural. So cultural innovation is all very important and relevant in the channel, particularly the physical channel strategy. And the physical channel strategy, as we mentioned before, customer participation. It provides a venue for consumer can physically interact with each other or physical interact with the product or services. And nowadays with the technology, it's not only digital technology, but there are some augmented technology, augment the consumer's senses. Your senses, your smell become more smart, your touch become more dimensional. So those are the technology-enabled features that can enhance the physical shopping experience. Next, let Grace and James introduce you a very unique bookstore which only sells one book. Grace and James, it's your time.